Good evening. My name is Professor Domino Yes Maybe McDonough. I am going to be one of your hosts for this wander into the strange world of geeks, nerds, and their problems and troubles. But first, a quick word from my fellow presenter, Dr. Francie.
Thank you, Steve. Good day, and welcome to episode 0 of The Troubled Geek. Life as a geek, or nerd, can be very difficult. I know because I've spent 12 years dealing with such complex issues as array dysfunction, cluster discrepancies, and even replication problems, all the while taking care of my very own 4 beautiful custom applications I created. And I bet you thought admins couldn't code, did ya? But that was then, and this is now. And about 3 years ago, I decided to move to a Caribbean island. Now, life is perfect, which is why I want to help you. Please, stop the suffering. Send an email to advice@thetroubledgeek.com, and we'll be prompt to solve all your problems.
Thank you, Francie. It really is that simple. If you have a question, query, quandary, or quibble, or just want to hear your name read out on a vidcast, simply send an email to the email address you see on the screen now, advice@thetroubledgeek.com. Once we get it, we'll consider it, and we may put it into our next vidcast. I have here our very first question. Dear Domino Yes Maybe, every time I see Mr. Buchan or Mr. Mooney present at the View or Collaboration University or iLug or Lotusphere, I get suddenly very, very dizzy. Yours, Perplexed. Perplexed. This is a very common problem with people who go and watch Mr. Mooney or Mr. Buchan perform at these ventures. The problem is caused by the fact that neither Mr. Mooney nor Mr. Buchan are particularly gifted in the height department. This means that when they are standing on a stage, they seem to be much further away than they actually are. The brain-eye coordination gets all befuddled and confused, and you think you're suddenly at the top of a very, very high cliff. What I would suggest you do is keep saying to yourself during the presentation, he's very, very small. He's very, very small. He's very, very small. This should help your brain understand that while watching Mr. Mooney or Mr. Buchan perform, they are actually the normal distance away, but just very, very small. I am told by the organisers at Lotusphere this year there will be air sickness bags under every seat at Mr. Mooney and Mr. Buchan's presentations. Sadly, the idea that was put forward to put a large magnification screen in front of Mr. Mooney and Mr. Buchan as they presented was vetoed because Mr. Buchan is far too wide to begin with, and magnified he would actually be wider than the stage, which would lead to all sorts of problems. I hope that has been of help, and both Francie and myself look forward to your questions arriving for the next episode. Good night.